Sioux City's Hard Rock Hotel and Casino refreshed its collection of music memorabilia by adding about 60 new pieces. A designer helped display those collectibles throughout the hotel and casino. The memorabilia came from a mixture of all musical genres, not just rock and roll. Some of the collectibles include a dress worn by Taylor Swift, a bass guitar used by Bill Wyman of the Rolling Stones, a suit worn by Elton John, and more. This isn't the first time Sioux City's Hard Rock has had a refresh. It's actually the second time since it opened in 2014.
Every 5 to 7 years, we like to go into the property and redecorate it. So that way the guests that come back and they're repeat patrons to our establishment, they get to see something new, they get to learn a little bit something new about music history they may not have learned before.
Schiraldi was also the designer of the last collection back in 2019. For her, it's important to include the guests in her process of picking that memorabilia.
We did have the hotel poll the staff and also poll the guests that show up here and say, who do you want to see? Who do you think is culturally relevant? Who do you think makes sense? So we definitely pay as much attention to the people that are on the ground here as possible.
The new collections were put up throughout the day and are on display right now.